Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-Bomb. We're back with Football Manager 2019 and Easter Resurgence with Berliner FC Dynamo. We're continuing the Champions League group today with match day 4. We're away in Serbia against Partizan Belgrade. So far the group's gone extremely well and hopefully we will continue to keep up our form with this one because we're playing very well at the moment. Things are going okay, so we're going to keep it going today hopefully. Last episode we defeated Chelsea at home in our group, which I was really surprised by. Chelsea just did not do well at all. They did come into the game in the second half and got 2 goals back, but it's a 3-2 win for us. We've got maximum points so far in the group, which I was amazed by. I didn't think that would happen. I thought we'd really struggle in this group, but so far we've got a perfect record in the group. There's another 6 matches played off camera. Started off with a draw away against Hertha Berlin. A difficult game. We did well to get a draw. I think Hertha were probably the better team in this one. We weren't without our chances, but I think Hertha on another could have won this one. Maybe we could have won this one. I don't know. We did take a lead though. Flomo Romero just after 7 minutes, giving us a 1-0 lead. So we started very, very well. We were pegged back just before half-hour mark. An own goal. We haven't had any own goals scored for quite some time. I don't remember the last one. But Federico Santos was in an unfortunate place. Anna made a good save from one of their players and unfortunately just parried it straight into the path of Santos, who could only bundle it into his own net. So that was an unfortunate one for him. We went back in front though, Karajotis with a 39th minute goal. It's 11th of the season, I think. He's already in double figures. But just before half-time, in injury time, Hertha made it 2-2. Abdurrahman Yilmaz with the goal. All 4 goals coming in the first half. That's how it ended. The second half was not as eventful. But an away draw's not too bad. I think we did well to get a draw here. Like I said, not as many shots as Hertha. They had more possession. Chance-wise, they maybe had 1 or 2 more than us. It was a close game, but I think we did well to get a draw. Things were a bit more convincing at home against a newly promoted 1860 Munich. A 4-0 home win. Much, much better here. Just very, very comfortable. Coleman with the first goal that came in half an hour. He's not been too involved in the goals this season. He scored, I think that's his 4th, but 2 of those were in that cup tie against the 5th division team. But he made it 1-0 at half an hour. It was 2-0 on 42 minutes. Adrian Biasoli with a really, really good goal. Like, he only scores bangers. Biasoli can only score rockets. Like, that's all he ever does. No tap-ins for Biasoli. He made it 3-0 on 54 minutes, so less than 10 minutes in the second half, and it was 3-0, and he got 2 goals. And then just before the hour, it was Luka Kuchin getting a goal from a direct free kick. Very nice one for him as well. The right back. 4-0 home win. Much more convincing. 1860 barely got a shoe-in. Like, they didn't have a single chance. Then we had match day 3 of our Champions League group, and at home against Partizan Belgrade, it was a 3-0 home win. A few injuries, but nothing too serious in this one. Santos went off, but he was only out for a few days, so he was available for the next fixture. Simon Coleman also picking up a knock, but he was okay as well. A 5-minute brace for Anestis Karajotis as he scored in the 19th minute of the game, and then converted a penalty on the 24th minute, so a fairly early 2-0 lead. And we added a third in the second half. Coleman with a goal on 55 minutes. And he went off on 90. But his injury not really hampering him too much. 3-0 home win. Maximum points in the group. We've got 9 points. Things are going extremely well. Like, if we win today in Serbia, I think we will practically be through. I didn't think we'd be through after 4 games. Bayer Leverkusen were next, an away game. We ended the match with 10 men, but we did manage to get a draw away from home. Again, not too bad. We're dropping points, but it's games where we're not quite favourites. Like, Bayer were just about favourites to win this one. After a goalless first half, it was Luka Kana with a 64th minute goal. Just 2 minutes after coming on from the bench. He seems to have more impact from the bench, which is interesting for a player that cost us £27 million. But he got the goal here, 64th minute. Leverkusen equalised on 78 minutes. It was Adler, Thomas Adler, with the equaliser for Bayer Leverkusen. And we ended the match with 10 men as a Conrad Miliorim, because he's Brazilian, so it's Miliorim. He got booked twice in about 3-4 minutes, which wasn't great. He got a sending off, and it left us with 10 men for about 10 minutes. But we managed to hold firm and retain a point and take a point from Leverkusen, so that's not too bad. 2 more games to show you. We've got the German Cup second round. That was against Paderborn, and this was a 3-2 win away from home. Bit of rotation here. Stakura played in goal. David Dainzer played, finally. We've had this guy for about 3 years, since he was, I think, age 14. And we've never been able to play him until this season, because he is now 17 years old. This is a player that came through in our 2027 youth intake. I think he was maybe 14 or 15 years old. And he was already 2.5-star current ability with 5-star potential. So I've been waiting to play him, and finally we can. And he was one of the best players on the pitch in the game as well. He got an assist, he created chances, he was like on set pieces, he was incredible. Danes set up Marco Palladino on the set piece and they made it 1-0 on 37 minutes. A nice goal in the first half. It was the only goal in the first half. In the second half, we made it 2-0. Konstantin Hermanutz with a goal, I think on his debut. I'm not sure if he's played before, but the guy that we signed this season, the German, Hermanutz played well, and he was actually man of the match. So that was 2-0. We did then get pegged back to 2 apiece, as Paderborn scored 2 in 7 minutes. Luca Hermann with a goal on 72 minutes, and then Florian Platek with a goal on 78 minutes. So our 2-0 lead was unfortunately diminished. But we did manage to get a winning goal 2 minutes from time. Luca Kana with an 88th minute goal to make it 3-2. And managed to get us through to the next round where we're facing MSV Duisburg in the second division. So hopefully that will see us through to the quarterfinals and maybe even further. Who knows? We could go for another trophy here this season. Didn't do too well in the German Cup last year. We went out to Hamburg. So hopefully we don't get a repeat of going out to someone in the league below us. And the final game we played off camera was a convincing 4-0 win at home against Fortuna Düsseldorf, who were promoted from the second division. They didn't have a single shot on target. They had 2 shots at goal all game. They were hopeless going forward and defensively. So this was a 4-0 win, and this was a highlight for Progrinho, because at last he's had a good game. I've been waiting for something for him, and he got a hat-trick in this one, so very, very pleased with him for that. It's taken a while for him to really get going, but today, 3 goals. Couldn't have been happier. But it was actually Karatiziotis who got the first goal in the 8th minute, his 12th goal of the season to make it 1-0. And then it was the Progrinho show as he scored on 33 minutes. And then he added 2 more in the second half, 2 in about 4 minutes. He scored on 55 minutes. And then we won a penalty, and I had to give it to Progrinho because it was on a hat-trick. And he converted that on 58 minutes to make it 4-0. Very, very convincing win. Dusseldorf just hopeless on the day. A 5.3 for their right back. Not good at all. But yeah, very, very comfortable for us. So the form's good. We've lost just 1 competitive game so far this season. That was against Leipzig. We've got Partizan Belgrade today in Serbia. Hopefully we'll do well there. Bayern away is the next game though, so that's going to be tough. I think we could get through if we win this group game today, because we'll have maximum points and that might be enough to go through. In which case, there's no point in doing the other Champions League games. We'll just try and get as far as we can in the season, because I want to get the season done and give me some time to actually make some preparations for FM20. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. If we can win this today, if we can get through, then we'll just try and get as far as we can off camera. The league table is looking the same as it did last season. We're in second place behind Bayern, and they have actually dropped some points since we last met because they were on maximum points last time. They're on 23 points from 10 games. We're 2 behind them, level on points with Borussia Dortmund with a slightly better goal difference. There's 2 teams on 19 points behind us as well, Schalke 3 back on 18 points. So things are going extremely well. We're just keeping up the form we were in last season. And Danes' good form in that cup game means that he's actually retaining his place in the starting 11. So the team's playing extremely well at the moment. I'm not going to change anything because fitness is good. I'm happy. So there's no need to change anything. Petrov got an injury in one of those matches. It was a hamstring injury. So he was out for at least a couple of weeks, maybe up to a month, which isn't good. So Progrinho has hit form at the right time. We've got Strebel on the bench just in case. A couple of real players in the Belgrade side. Popovic in goal, Jovanovic at left wing. I don't recognise any of these players. You might well recognise some, but they are the Serbian champions. Will a win in this game be enough to get us through to the round of 16? We'll have to wait and see. I guess it depends on what happens between Chelsea and Lyon as well. We've got an early corner here, just 2 minutes in. It's headed away, and it's Djordjevic. And here is Karatiziotis, one of the furthest players back, even though he was a striker. Here's Dainzer and Vujicic to Biasoli. Pukai. Biasoli again, passing it between the 2 central midfielders right now. But looking to make some forward progress. Here we go, Vermola. Can he put a cross in there? He can. It's Progrinho, and he's hit the post. Lukic with a long ball, finds Djordjevic with that. He's got some players to beat, and Palladino does well there to dispossess the Belgrade attacker. Once again, we're dominating the game at the moment. Don't have a goal yet to show for it, but we're having more possession than them. They've had just 1 shot at goal. I've changed up to positive. We've got the ball here, 36 minutes on the clock. Here is Hermanutz, gone for a volley. It wasn't far off the goal, but we need to be doing better than we are. We haven't got a goal yet. Let's try and work the ball into the box, and let's just play a bit shorter. We've got a bit of a direct style at the moment. That doesn't seem to be the way to go against teams that we're expected to beat, really. So let's see if this makes things any better. I mean, who knows? Even a draw here will be enough to get us through, but I don't want a draw. I want to keep this perfect start in the group up. Here's Progrinho. Karasiotis, he can have a go from there. He does, but again, it's off target. We need to be getting closer to that goal, guys. We've dominated this game and we don't have any goals to show for it. Here we go, corner kick, last minute of the first half. It's Pukai, and it's in! I think Vucic may well be offside. The referee is going to VAR. But no, it's been given. It's gone straight to the replay, so Progrinho with the corner. I mean, it was saved by the goalkeeper, I think, so I can see why that... I don't see why that would be offside. Vucic scores. 1-0. Half-time is almost upon us. Finally have our goal. After 17 shots and 6 on target. Let's just get more. Okay, second half is well underway. Partizan Belgrade, again, barely been in the game. They've had 1 shot at goal. We've had like almost 20 at this point. Dainza. Progrinho to Pukai. Biasoli. Gone for goal. Again, it's not far off target, but we're having lots of shots on range at the moment. I didn't even have a shoot on sight on. Free kick for Partizan Belgrade here. John Ivanovic. He's going to go for goal. Again, that's off target. They're doing the same thing as us. Didn't think our goal this game would be from a set piece of all things. Okay, we're an hour into the game. I'm going to make a substitution. Kier's going to replace Hermanuts. I'm also going to change one of the strikers. I'm going to bring on Kyleman for Kana. Free kick here for Progrinho. And it's Palladino goes for goal. So another centre-back looking for a goal there. But the keeper is making a save in that one. Walking the fine line here at the moment. Like Belgrade haven't had any shots. Or hardly any shots. But they only need 1. It just takes 1 good chance for them to get a goal here and make sure we don't win. We're only 1-0 up at the moment. That's a great ball again for Progrinho. Really good work. And it's Kier at the far post. It's 2-0. And that's the killer blow, hopefully. Kier gets his goal. Apparently, Vucic scored. I think the game's a bit behind in that respect. But Kier scores. It's 2-0. Game over. And hopefully that will be enough to see us through to the next round. Kyleman and Progrinho. Really good exchange between those two. And then Kier at the far post on the half volley. Good goal. One more change we can make. Biasoli is going to come off. And De Winter's going to come on. 24 shots to 3 in this one. Partizan had nothing in this game. And Paul Thomas, oh, there it is. 2-0. Pretty routine win, really. Strikers didn't really have much to do, but goals came from a defender and a midfielder. So the midfield making up for the lack of goals in attack today. So we'll have to wait and see what happens between Chelsea and Lyon. Lyon 3-2 winners at Stamford Bridge. So we'll have to see what that does to the group. We have qualified for the first knockout round with 2 games to spare. I really didn't think that would happen, but there you can see that we are 3 ahead of Lyon, who have qualified with us. Chelsea can't catch us. Partizan can't catch us. We're through already. How has that happened? We've got 4 wins from 4 in a group that had Lyon and Chelsea. I don't understand it, but I will absolutely take it. Partizan 4 defeats at 4. We did get a win in France against Lyon, so a good result at home against Lyon will make sure that we win the group. All we need to do there is just avoid defeat. Now, goal defence is better, so even if they beat us 1-0, we'll still be through. Unless they thrash Partizan in their other game and have a better goal defence than us. But we got through that group with ease. I really didn't think that would happen. Now, I know that we do have Lyon in the next Champions League game, but that's only in like 2 or 3 games' time. And like I said, I want to progress with the save and get through this kind of as quickly as I can. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to get as far as I can off camera. The next video will be on Thursday. But I'm just going to see how many games I can get through before then, basically. I don't know how far I'll get. Like, work's a bit awkward this week. I've got lots of evening shifts this week. So playing the game is going to be a bit difficult. I'm going to have to do it sort of during the day and sort of into the night pretty much. Like when I come back at like 11:30 at night. So I'll be sort of playing it probably till 1-2 o'clock. But I'll just get as far as I can. I don't know where I'm going to end up. So yeah, the next game is going to be a surprise. We're through in the Champions League. Like, I didn't expect that to be as easy as it was. We made it look easy, which I'm really surprised by. I thought we'd really struggle in this group, but we're already through with 2 games to spare. But that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they're turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live, and follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. I'll see you in the next video, where who knows where we're going to end up. I don't know how far I'll get, but we'll wait and see. For now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.